Alaska. 3 years in planning, and finally, Ray and I were here. We awoke and equal to a sunrise that took 2 glorious hours before the sun broke above the mountains. We were able to do our laundry and just enjoy the peaceful atmosphere of this small community. Later that morning, we'd load up the Jeeps and head out on the Taylor Highway to Tok.
We're on day number 16 of our trip. We are leaving Eagle, Alaska. This morning, got up and shot pictures of the sunrise. Yes, it did occur at 3:30 a.m. this morning. Got our laundry done, got gas. Really a pretty location. Not very many people at all. Good road. A little narrow, as you can see, and there's some high exposure up here that we'll see again. Basically retracing our way out that we came in.
There's a pretty sight right down about right here in that stream. It's just a nice rapid.
We're headed back on the main road here at Skagway Junction, and we're on our way to Tok now. Oh, pay attention, Mark. So I'm sure a pretty little creek we're driving by.
It sure is.
Ray, have you noticed how different the road is?
Yeah, I have noticed how different it is.
Is this what they call pavement?
Yeah, it must be pavement. I see yellow lines.
And white lines on the edges.
That confirms it. I'm beginning to think about what you were saying earlier. I bet you money you're 100% correct. If you need to eat, the government will let you hunt here, even though it's closed to other hunters.
That's pretty good, them mountains there. We're coming into town. I see it on my GPS.
We spent that night at Tok. One thing you hear when Alaskans learn you're headed to Tok is, you've got to eat at Fast Eddie's. So we did, and it was quite excellent, most especially the dinner salad bar. Then, the next morning, we were off to Paxson via Delta Junction.
It is Friday morning, and we are headed for Paxton, Alaska via the Alaskan Highway from Tok, where we spend the night, and travel to Delta Junction, then turn south from there, head on down to Paxton.
And this is the Alaskan pipeline, the Alaskan range there. Over here on the other side is the Wrangell range of mountains. Right off the Richardson Highway.
I just cannot believe it.
Yeah, you know, you go through short stretches, you know, or maybe for a couple hours, you're just, you know, down the road, and then wham!
Yeah.
You come around an oh my God corner, you know?
And you live up here, so you get to see this all the time.
And he loves the winter sports. He goes into places like that with skis and stuff, you know?
So we're arriving at Denali Highway cabins. We've rented a cabin for the night. Waiting on Ray to make the turn off here. And here he comes.
Surrounded by the Alaskan and Wrangell ranges, the drive along Richardson Highway was incredibly beautiful. We had our first views of the Alaskan pipeline, which we'd see plenty more of in the coming days. After spending a quiet night at Denali Highway cabins, we headed out the next morning on Denali Highway. And where we were headed was so remote that the post office doesn't service it, so we were carrying the mail for the local residents.
It is day 18. We are just leaving Paxton, crossing the Maclaren River, headed on Denali Highway.
Where are you dropping the mail off at, Mark?
Mile 42.
Gotcha.
Found a little bit of a dirt road here off the Denali Highway. Okay, can't see if there's a photographic opportunity in these mountains. Look at that view off to the right. So this is McLaren Lodge over here, and this is where we're going to deliver the mail.
Here's the mail. Already sent that up.
Oh, thank you very much for bringing the mail. Appreciate
you're
that
welcome.
greatly.
Not a problem.
Right on it, Mark. That's what my map's showing.
And we're turned off on McLaren River Road. Little bird running in front of me. I don't know what it is. He's brown and white.
So here's the McLaren River crossing, and it's flowing kind of fast. You can see there's some pretty big boulders out there in it, and then you have to cross the river on the other side. You got to get up that bank. Not a pretty sight. Okay, Ray's going to go ahead and give it a shot. The drive thus far on Denali Highway had been filled with magnificent views of the Alaskan range. We took a side road to Maclaren River, swift-flowing, filled with boulders, depth unknown, for neither Ray nor I wished to walk in the freezing glacier melt. A bank on the other side that was steep and likely slippery with mud. But why cross? Because on the other side was a route across the tundra to the toe of Maclaren Glacier itself.
Yeah, no room.